Well, welcome back, Grid 7, and even though this article is a few days old, I thought we should look at it. It goes, elite SAS troops rescued in dramatic desert operation. A team of 20 UK Special Air Service soldiers were surrounded by Taliban hordes in Kandahar province. I'm Grid 7, and you can find me on Rumble and YouTube. And let's get into this article right here. The Hercules transport from RAF 47 Squadron flew low and slow, headed for a secret coordinate deep in Afghanistan in pitch darkness. The crew, sporting special digital night vision equipment, were looking for a makeshift desert airstrip, one they hoped they could get into and out of without getting shot up or suffering some other kind of unforeseen disaster. The situation on the ground was indeed getting desperate. A team of 20 elite Special Air Service soldiers were left stranded in the province of Kandahar, hundreds of miles from friendly forces when the militants took over, according to a report in the UK's Daily Mail Online. As enemy Taliban fighters closed in for the kill, there would be no mercy in this part of the world. They sent an SOS request to special forces back in Britain, calling for immediate extraction. But they could not use Kandahar airfield, once home to 26,000 international troops at the height of the military campaign, because it had already been overrun by the Taliban. The SAS unit was forced to fight their way to a secret desert location where they went into hiding. The coordinates of the location were then relayed back to Special Forces headquarters in a series of coded messages. According to a source who spoke with the Daily Mail, it was a very hush-hush mission. Kandahar had fallen into the Taliban hands on Friday, and the guys were down there for 5 days after that. The enemy were rampant and killing lots of Afghan special forces, whom the SAS had been working with, so it was a very urgent mission. The dramatic desert rescue operation, which was put together by the Joint Special Forces Aviation Wing, all depended on the C-130J and its crew. If not, 20 of Britain's most highly trained special forces would be dead within a week. A daylight rescue was ruled out as too dangerous. It would have to be done in total darkness. The Hercules is the RAF's major tactical transport aircraft, and in its current versions is the backbone of the UK operational mobility since it was brought into service in 1999. Praised as highly flexible by the RAF, it has the ability to airdrop a variety of both stores and paratroopers while landing and taking off from natural surfaces such as a desert strip. To conduct these missions, Hercules crews are highly skilled in low-level flying and trained to perform both in day and night. According to military website Elite UK Forces, the RAF Herc is fitted with a suite of sensor systems as part of an enhanced vision system upgrade. It features a Sigma thermal imaging system in a Titan 385 turret under the aircraft's nose and a low light level television camera in a fixed array above the nose. These sensor packages allow it to better operate at night in poor weather conditions. On Wednesday night, online flight trackers picked up a UK Hercules transport aircraft flying over the Gulf until it turned off its IFF, identification friend or foe sensors, disappearing into the night. This ensured flight radars could not follow its route towards the area of the desert scrub, which SAS troops had identified as a possible landing strip. One could only imagine what was going on in the minds of the crew. Would they receive a rough welcome? Would the strip be sufficient for landing and taking off? What if they blew a tire on landing? And how would they find this remote landing area in the dead of night? A million things could go wrong. In a mission that went down in British military history, the Big Herc came down on the desert westland at the Convert rendezvous point, scooped up the SAS troops, and was airborne and back on its way to safety in minutes. According to the source, credit to the Hercules crew from the 47th Squadron for landing the aircraft at night on rough terrain and getting her airborne again, with the guys and their equipment aboard. It was textbook. The dramatic desert operation was a success. The aircraft would reappear on Thursday morning on flight trackers as it approached an international military base in Dubai. Frustratingly for SAS chiefs, the aircraft which rescued their troops is due to be retired as part of the late registration of the reorganization of the RAF, the Daily Mail reported. The SAS rescue comes as Prime Minister Boris Johnson prepares to hold a meeting with the leaders of the G7 countries to push Joe Biden to delay the withdrawal of troops from Afghanistan to allow more time for people to be evacuated. The UK wants to double its Kabul airlift numbers to 12,000 this week, but the PM accepts that the success of the mission is reliant on the U.S. troops maintaining control of Kabul airport. Johnson said last night, "It is vital that the international community works together to ensure safe evacuations, prevent humanitarian crisis, and support the Afghan people to ensure the gains of the last 20 years." Despite the entreaties from fellow leaders, President Biden has been non-committal, saying yesterday he hopes not to extend his current deadline. He made a pledge to U.S. citizens that any American who wants to get home will get home, but pointedly failed to mention to his allies. And just to say, he failed to American people. This entire thing right here, this entire mission, these 20 guys being left behind, is entirely because of how poorly Biden executed leaving Afghanistan. Now, I'm for I wasn't I was on the thing we needed to leave and all this other stuff, but the way this entire thing, I mean, Biden not only abandoned Americans but our allies. I mean, who the hell was he helping in this thing? Aside from the Taliban, it sure as hell wasn't our allies. It wasn't any of the Afghan people, and it wasn't any of the American citizens. Well, what do you think about this mission right here, and possibly the reasons behind it? Let me know. I'm on YouTube. Come on over to Rumble. It's much better, and I'll see you next video.